Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, we will be discussing the Q2FY25 result of Indiamart Intermesh Limited. We will talk about both the result as well as a con call, and also we'll connect the dots and see what went down in the result. What has happened that so terribly. The con call mein itna bura kya hua that the stock has been falling down, 15% in the last 15% every day in the last two trading sessions. Okay. So first thing first, let us understand the business model. Now here, one thing I will go in detail with respect to the business model and all the KPIs, because without understanding the business model, you won't understand the KPIs that are there in this company. And अगर आप KPIs जो industry specific KPI है, अगर आप वो नहीं समझ पाओगे, then you will never be able to connect the dots and आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा problem क्या है business में. Okay, so that becomes very imperative. And I will also go in a bit detail with respect to the business model, because I have never covered this in my channel before. So anybody wants to come, next time I can go and just give an update also. So first, let us talk about Indiamart Intermesh Limited. क्या करता है? Okay, Indiamart Intermesh Limited is basically a platform where anybody can come and sell anything under the sun, and you also as a customer can go buy that product. Okay, it's basically a platform. आप बोल सकते हो एक e-commerce platform है where anything can be sold and anything can be bought. Okay, it is a B2B platform. ठीक है? I will give a bit more explanation in detail. I think it would make. I'll just show the. I will show. क्या बोलते हैं? I will share the PPT. That will, with all the pictures and everything, it will make, I think, be easier to understand. Let me just find the PPT. Ooh. Let me share the screen. Oh, done. Okay. So yeah, so can you see here, as you can see over here, Indiamart जो है, as you, there are two people. एक होते buyer जो चीजें खरीद रहा है, and there is another one supplier who are selling the product. Okay, and Indiamart is that platform where you can list your product and buy a product from. Okay, so let's say I am someone who wants to buy a crane या tomato, as simple as tomatoes मुझे खरीदना है. What will I do? I will go to the platform and I will search. ठीक है, and then यहाँ पे क्या होगा? I will get whoever is selling the tomato, whoever is selling that crane ना, क्या होगा वहाँ पे? मुझे उन सबका कांटेक्ट मिलेगा. There will be a middleman who will connect me to this, to this supplier and everything, and वहाँ पे मैं खरीद सकती हूँ. I'll give you a real time example also. It would make sense. Okay, let's say you go and you search के like Indiamart जो है, आप उसका search करते हो. ठीक है, and here I search मुझे क्या चाहिए. Let's say I want crane. I will find anybody and everybody who is selling crane on this platform, and I can come. मैं contact supplier करूँगी. I will enter my phone. I will enter my phone number and I will get all the details and I can sit and talk to the supplier. Okay, that is exactly what these people are trying to do. What is this? Okay, this is exactly what happens. Now, you might ask me like, Prerna, I understood कि like यहाँ पे ये लोग खरीद रहे हैं, बेच रहे हैं and everything, but how is Indiamart making money, right? Like, how are they making money? Ad से पैसा बना रहे हैं या how is that? Okay, so here is the thing, like I told you, right? If you are यहाँ पे एक चीज है, where let's say if you are a buyer, you're not paying any money. Okay, you just go, you buy the product का कितना पैसा है? Let's say 1 kg tomato का 25 rupees है. You go, you pay the tomato का पैसा and the shipping cost that is associated with it, and चले जाओ. But if you are a supplier, here is where the deal comes. Okay, if you are a supplier, for every supplier क्या होता है? एक premium model होता है. ठीक है, मतलब क्या? एक subscription model. Let's say for example, like you do in Netflix. Okay, Netflix में आपने देखा होगा ना, monthly subscription model होता है, yearly subscription model होता है. Not just that, based on the screen. Let's say 2 screens, 3 screens, 4 screens, ऐसे बोल के बहुत subscription model होता है ना. Similarly, if you are a supplier, right, and आपको कुछ ज्यादा ही help चाहिए, then आपको भी एक subscription model में आपको काम करना पड़ेगा with Indiamart का customer service. Okay, so now ये कैसा होता है? ठीक है, let me take this. हाँ, ये देखो. So what happens? Let's say let me just go here for example. हाँ, यहाँ पे there are different subscription model. Again, as a buyer, you don't have to pay anything, but if you're a supplier, there is different subscription model. Okay, let's say platinum है, gold है, silver annual, silver monthly, free supplier. Let's say you don't want to pay anything. You just want to come there and you want to, just sell your product. आपको कुछ services नहीं चाहिए, आप कर दो. You go, you sell your tomatoes or cranes, जो कुछ भी हो, and you will get the customers. You will do. Okay, but if you are doing so, then you will have to manage everything. क्या होगा? उस supplier से, उस contact से, buyer से बात करना होगा. आपको अपना प्रोडक्ट का लिस्टिंग करना पड़ता है. You have to look at, how your web storefront will look. You have to create your profile. You only have to act as your relationship manager and everything. Instead of that, if you go for a subscription model, क्या होता है? There will be a middleman over here who will help you deal with everything. So basically, what that middleman will do, whatever the leads, let's say if there is somebody who's searching for tomato, right? Immediately you will get, yeah, and whoever is searching for the tomato, you will automatically, be led to this supplier. Let's say if you are any of the subscription model आपके पास है, platinum हो, gold हो, silver monthly जो भी हो. Let's say if you are subscribed to any of this subscription, whenever a person searches for tomato and you are selling a tomato, then what happens कि like, you get those leads, like, इसका contacts आपको immediately आते हैं, like this person is selling tomato, immediately आपका एक WhatsApp में आ जाते हैं या उनका app में जो आ जाते हैं. Okay, after that क्या होगा, there will be this relationship manager who will help you connect with this, he will help you do all the dealings, आपका सब कुछ, आपका जो intermediate work जो होगा, they will help you do it. Not just that, once you opt for the subscription based model, you will be a priority. Let's say when somebody searches for a product, and if you are happening to sell that product, you will be the first person, whose contact will go to that buyer. Not just that, let's say आपका profile जो होता है, in that Indiamart, they will make this profile for you. They will make a catalog of the product for you. Everything जो भी काम होगा ना, आपको वो देगा. Let's say if the buyer is giving some request for quotation, वो आपको request for quotation आपको सब कुछ सही करके आपको देगा. Basically middleman जैसे काम करके आपका काम जो है easy कर देगा. ठीक है? So this is how they make money. They make money by offering subscriptions to your suppliers. Okay, so these suppliers will pay the subscription, and इसके वजह से उनका पैसा बनता है. ठीक है? Now I hope you understood. This is more or less the business model यहाँ पे. In fact, over here, can you see? As a buyer, I showed you how it will be, right? मैंने आपको website में जाके दिखाया कि like if you are a buyer, you're searching for a tomato, you get the listing, then आपको ये क्या बोलते हैं? You will get the phone number, and it will connect you to a relationship manager, which will connect you to a supplier. If you are a supplier, how does this work? Let's say if you are a supplier, where is the इनका 100 slides है बाबा, एक investor. Yeah, if you are a supplier, आपको कैसा दिखता है? Let's say if there are 10 people who are 10 leads जो मिला है, you will get all these leads in your WhatsApp और आपके IndiaMart का app, and you will get all this. देखो ये request for quotation है, किसी ने 13 mm का drilling machine मांगा है, this will be the price and everything. You can call them, ये सब कर सकते हो. This is how it looks from a seller जो है या supplier जो है उसका perspective से ऐसा दिखेगा ये app. Okay, now you understood how they make money, right? Now over here, one thing that comes, okay, अगर आप पैसे बना रहे हो, here understand how इनका IndiaMart, how does it make money? By paying subscription. Subscription कौन pay कर रहा है? आपका supplier. So who is your customer ultimately? आपका supplier. Whoever is supplying are your customers. So going forward, whenever I refer as customers, it is IndiaMart का customers. Who is IndiaMart का customers? Suppliers who are paying them a subscription. Got it? ये clear हो गया, ठीक है? Now over here also, as you can see, platinum, gold, silver, ये different packages है जिसका price vary होता है. Okay, it can start from 30,000 per month and can also go to 3 lakhs, 9 lakhs per month also. So it can vary. Okay, now of course, right, let's say if you are somebody who's subscribing for a platinum or gold package, then it is obvious कि like you're very inherently dependent on IndiaMart to sell your products on that website. ठीक है? So here you understood कि like यहाँ पे ये क्या हो रहा है. Now let us come and understand कि like इनका geography कैसा है, like who are the customers कहाँ पे, buyers कहाँ है. As you can see, suppliers जो है, जो paying suppliers. Now here there are two types. Okay, एक होता है supplier और एक होता है paying supplier. Okay, suppliers मतलब क्या? It can be anybody. It can be somebody who is in the platinum subscription, gold, silver. Yeah, it could also be the free one also. Anybody who is posting a product over there, they are the suppliers. पेइंग सप्लायर्स का मतलब है जो एक सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल में है, हु आर पेइंग IndiaMart. ओके, वो गोल्ड में हो सकते हैं, प्लैटिनम या सिल्वर, जो पे कर रहे एक सब्सक्रिप्शन are called your paying suppliers, not the free suppliers. Okay, paying suppliers are your suppliers minus the free suppliers are your paying suppliers. ठीक है? And of course ना यहाँ पे the entire business model comes where आप पैसे बना रहे हो जब when somebody is paying for your subscription, right? So your paying suppliers are your gold, सोने का चीज आप बोल सकते हो. So you can see paying suppliers जो है majority जो है is in the metro cities. Okay, and जो buyers जो है वो मेजॉरिटी है probably in the tier 3 cities and the rest part of India. ठीक है? The other part अगर आप देखते हो इनका बिजनेस मॉडल में जो है is let's say यहाँ पे Like I told you, right, there are two main important aspect. One is the supplier and buyer, and the second one is कितना paying supplier है, क्योंकि उस paying supplier से ही आप पैसे बना सकते हो. Okay, so first of all, can you see इनका total as of Q2 FY25 यहाँ पे, by the way, this is Q2 FY25 का earnings presentation जो मुझे BSC का website उनका website से मिला. ठीक है, so one is आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे suppliers कितना है, 8.1 million, which means 81 lakhs suppliers है. इस 81 lakh में 218,000 paying supplier है, which means 218,000 are in the subscription model. That is roughly 2.2 lakhs, right? 2.2 lakhs, 2,18,000 जो है paying suppliers है out of this 8.1 million subscriber. Now when you sorry, suppliers, मैं तो suppliers और subscribers में I'm getting mixed up. But now buyers में देखो कितना है, buyers में यहाँ पे 41 million active buyers है. ठीक है, 41 million मतलब 41 lakhs का active buyers है. Active buyers का मतलब यहाँ पे there are people who will come and scroll ना, जैसे मैंने अभी किया, मैंने तो सिर्फ टोमेटो का चीज देखा, but I didn't buy it. Okay, active buyers are those जो often who come to the platform and do a certain purchase. Out of this 41 million active buyers, यहाँ पे 54% repeat buyers है, which means what, there is a stickiness to the program, there is a stickiness to the platform, that out of this 41 आप बोल सकते हो almost 20 to 22 जो है 22 million 22 lakhs जो है बार बार आके यहाँ पे चीजें खरीदते हैं, right? And out of this 41 million active buyers, 37% are suppliers only. मतलब क्या है, जो यहाँ पे आके let's say क्रेन बेच रहा है, यहाँ पे आके वो और भी let's say टोमेटो, ऑनियन, जो भी दूसरा प्रोडक्ट है, they are also the buyers, they are also buying some other products also. ठीक है, so I hope you understood the business model यहाँ पे, like as of Q2 FY25 भी कितना सप्लायर है, कितना बायर है और कितना लोग यहाँ पे पे करते हैं. ठीक है, now like I told you, यहाँ पे the most important thing why am I stressing on in this paying supplier जो है is because let me get to that point, क्योंकि जो supplier pay करते हैं when they opt for this platinum, gold, silver, whatever the packages, that is when you make money, right? That is how it is. So यहाँ पे अगर आप इनका KPIs देखते हो, right, like let's say for example key parameters आप देखते हो, there are two things. One, the most important thing is collections. Collections का मतलब क्या है? Let's say for someone who has subscribed for any of these packages, they have to renew it again the next time, right? So how much have you collected in terms, right, from last year to this year is called this your collections. This is one, because let's say for example, I'll give you an example with Netflix because I think you'll be able to make sense of it more. Let's say how does Netflix make money? You tell me. Like okay, let's just connect Netflix and Indiamart. I think it will be easier that time. Okay, how does Netflix make money? There are two ways Netflix makes money, right? One is by is when you go and buy that, you go buy any of those packages that they have. That is one thing. Second is you either renew the packages also, right? Both of it comes under one category. One is I would say three categories Netflix makes money. One is new customers who will come and buy your 2 month, 1 month, 1 year का subscription program. Second one is you make money when the existing customer जो है आके आपका Netflix का पैकेज renew करेगा. ठीक है, थर्ड वन क्या होता है? Let's say for example आपने let's say now 399 पैक को 499 पैक किया. Let's say 1 month का plan was 199. Now you do it 300. So you increase the price of the existing plan. So there are three ways you make money. Similarly over here also for Indiamart also there is one acquisition. आप बोल सकते हो नया कस्टमर से जो पैसा आ रहा है, right? That is the new customers आप बोल सकते हो. That is one way they make money. The second one is collections. Their collections are nothing but let's say आपका last year से इस year जो है, let's say the new people that are there, right, who are renewing the programs and everything, renewing the packages, platinum, gold. That is one thing. And the third is they increase. उनका value growth होता है. Let's say if earlier they were selling the silver monthly for 30,000 rupees per month, they can increase it to 35,000 rupees per month, right? So this is how they make money. These are the three most important KPIs. Now you need to, I hope you all are able to understand this, because if you don't understand the business model and you don't understand these three important KPIs, आपको यहाँ पे business में क्या problem हुआ है, you will never understand it. ठीक है, so I hope you understand this. Now let us go to the result. ठीक है, Q2 FY25 का result देखते हैं. ठीक है, मैं पहले जा रही हूँ consolidated में because that is what matters. Okay, now I don't know who did the PPT over here because what will I do with this FY19 2021? मतलब 4 साल पुराना का डेटा क्या करूँ? This is like looking at Asian Paints at FY19 का डेटा and buying it today. Can you do that? Absolutely no. Okay, so what is more important? पहला हम देखेंगे sales. how has the sales been? You will see one thing over here, sales utna kharab to nahi hai, right? Sales has grown by 18%. Acha, it's not that bad, right? It's not like sales like hardly 4% se grow hua hai. 18% is okay, right? You can see यहाँ पे 18% है. You will see that margins जो है, margins has increased, right? कोई भी exceptional item नहीं है. उनका जो भी cost है यहाँ पे और भी increase नहीं हुआ है, because यहाँ पे सिर्फ दो cost है. One is your employee cost, right? That is the most important thing. Second, since you are a platform business, you will have to invest more in tech, and tech में अगर आप invest कर रहे हो तो आपका customer acquisition है. You have to get more people on your website, so to run that, you know, customer acquisition आपको marketing करना पड़ता है and everything. So these are your two most important expenses. Now यहाँ पे देखते हो, अगर आप देखते हो operating expenses, because manpower cost is nothing but your employee cost, that has increased, but you will see your other operating expenses अगर आप देखते हो ना, it has come down. Your other operating expenses nothing but your ये customer acquisition cost, आपका tech का platform का cost जो है, that is that. Okay, you will see one thing that is not increased. On the other hand, you will see margins has increased, and यहाँ पे you will also see कि like profit जो है, net profit that is there has increased by 95%. Can you see here? सेल्स जो है हार्डली ग्रो बाय 18%, बट आपका नेट प्रॉफिट जो है इट हैज इंक्रीज बाय 95%. सो हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल दैट यू नो आप लेट्स से 2 रुपए का सेल कर रहे हो बट आपका प्रॉफिट जो है इज 80 रुपए? हाउ इज इट इवन रिलेटिवली पॉसिबल? देन यू मस्ट हैव कट कॉर्नर समवेयर. आपने आपका जो एक्सपेंसेस है, एक्सपेंसेस में आपने कुछ ना कुछ काटा है, दैट योर मार्जिन्स आर यू नो सो एक्सट्रापोलेटेड कि लाइक इट इज गेटिंग रिफ्लेक्टेड इन योर बॉटम लाइन. ठीक है, नाउ यहाँ पे इफ यू लुक व्हाई हैज मार्जिन्स डिक्रीज्ड? Margins decreased. One of the main thing, didn't I speak over here? Other operating expenses is these people have stopped investing in acquisition cost. So getting new supplier on board, getting investing in marketing or whatever the platform that they're using or whatever the tech that they're using, in order to get more and more people in their subscription model, they have stopped it. So acquisition cost jo hai customer ka has been reduced. As a result of this, you can see profit is looking big. Profit has not increased. Let me tell you this, profit has not increased by better business performance. Profit has not increased क्योंकि ज्यादा लोग आके आपका सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल कर रहा है या एनीथिंग. प्रॉफिट हैज इंक्रीज्ड मेनली बिकॉज आपने थोड़ा कस्टमर एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट जो आपका बड़ा एक्सपेंसेस है वहां पे आपने काटा है. एज ए रिजल्ट आपका प्रॉफिट्स जो है इट लुक्स बिगर. ठीक है, नाउ गोइंग फॉरवर्ड आपको ये प्रॉब्लम समझ में आ गया. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 1, व्हाई मार्जिन्स हैज इंक्रीज्ड. ओके, सेकंड प्रॉब्लम हम हैं यहाँ पे. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, देयर आर मल्टीपल पैरामीटर्स यू हैव टू लुक एट. वन इज आपका कलेक्शंस एंड दी आपका सप्लायर्स. पहले हम बात करते हैं पेइंग सप्लायर्स का. पेइंग सप्लायर्स लाइक आई टोल्ड यू आर दो सप्लायर्स दैट पे अ सब्सक्रिप्शन. अगर वो सब्सक्रिप्शन पे नहीं करते आपका रेवेन्यूज नहीं आएगा. नाउ कैन यू सी जो नया बिजनेसेस है, ओके, यहाँ पे पेइंग सप्लायर्स आर टू थिंग्स. इट इज ऑल्सो जो लेट्स से न्यू नया आया है प्लेटफॉर्म में, एंड इट इज it's like the person who's coming to the Netflix for the first time, खुद का पे कर instead of using his friend's account. Okay, that, and the second one, it is also a combination of जो renew कर रहा है, both of it. Paying supplier में आप देखते हो last year versus this year. Again, this is absolute BS because I don't care what you have done in FY16, FY17, 18. I don't care because market आज का देखता है. Probably आपका FY16 में आपने आपका pairs जो है 20% से grow कर रहा था, मुझे उस डेटा का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है क्योंकि आज आपका paying supplier, as you can see, Q2 versus Q2, right? Last Q2 versus Q2 grew hardly by 4%. The most important parameter of the business, क्योंकि अगर आपका प्लेटफॉर्म ने if nobody is coming and paying you, आपका सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल नहीं खरीदता है तो आप as a business, IndiaMart will not make money. And can you see over here, this most important factor जो business का direction को decide करता है, this has been hardly 4%, and this is apparently the lowest since the COVID time. Let's say from FY20 versus now, if you look, this is the lowest they have ever been in a quarter. And the worst part is the management admitted यहाँ पे उनका paying suppliers या subscription model में उतना growth नहीं हो रहा है. They have admitted and they telling कि like we don't know यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. We do not know why our paying suppliers are going down. We don't know the reason. And यहाँ पे हो सकता है they are also admitting the fact that कि like उनका execution has not been that great. Okay, point number 2, negative red flag. ठीक है. Third, point number 2, like I told you, first is the margins क्यों बढ़ा है because they cut cost on acquisition. Second red flag is उनका main part of the business that is there, जो paying supplier है, paying supplier also didn't grow. Second part of the business. The third part, average revenue per paying supplier. Now जैसे मैंने आपको दिखाया, right, there is platinum, there is gold, there is there is silver, right? There's different plans. Now average revenue is, let's say, instead of you just take an average of various customers that is there and how much they're paying. From silver, let's say it could be 30,000 for someone who's paying 3 to 9 lakhs. Uska average, whoever it is there, the total number divided by the total, you're just going to take an average of how many people are there versus how much they are paying. Okay. Now if you look over here, last Q2 ka this Q2, if you see, you will see यहाँ पे 14% का growth हुआ है. ठीक है, टोटल यहाँ पे 14% का ग्रोथ हुआ है. Now another thing यहाँ पे to note over here is these people, उनका 18% का revenue जो आया है, it is a combination of two things, right? One, you increase the price, and the second is the combination. One is increasing the price A, the B is new customers plus जो renew किया है. So A plus B. अगर आप A देखते हो, A has grown by 4%, यहाँ पे 14%. So 14 plus 4, 18 revenue का calculation correct है. But having said that, can you see here, average revenue per paying supplier is like, अगर आपने मेरा हॉस्पिटल का वीडियो देखा है, it is like ARPOB, average revenue per occupied bed. Now average revenue per occupied bed in hospital क्या होता है? It is a value growth, right? Let's say, you increase the price of the bed or the surgeries that are there, and it is like a value growth. So can you understand the third red flag over here is they are not making money by, they're not making money by adding more customers or by renewal of the customers, but here majority of the revenue came by increasing the cost of the subscription model. Probably यहाँ पे gold का, let's say it used to be 3 lakhs, now gold package का 3 lakhs था, अभी 3.3 lakhs है. So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Volume growth is nothing but आपका new subscription and the one who are renewing it, that is your volume growth. Value growth क्या होता है business का? आप price increase कर रहे हो. So यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? Volume growth का completely gone versus value growth ka jo hai, I mean volume growth has been completely taken a hit, whereas value growth that is there has gone up. So what these people are doing is, in order to counteract the failures in volume growth, these people are increasing the cost to make up over here. Okay, and you also understand this can't be sustained over here. Okay, because there will come a point when you increase the price, like, nobody would want to be on a platform also. And I will relate to that, like, yahan pe there's an important point over here. I'll come back to that later. The last thing over here is, where is that? यार, collections. अगर आप देखते हो यहाँ पे collections are nothing but collections from a customer is, let's say, whoever is paying last year is also paying this year. आपका subscription renew करे, whatever the money that is there in terms of subscription, you're collecting it, right? यहाँ पे can you see collections also hardly grew by 6% यहाँ पे. That's it. It goes to show you कि, like, nobody is renewing, right? It goes to show you again over here, आप जो है आप prices increase कर रहे हो, as a result you're losing out on volume, because if not, this collections would have grown. And here is another thing, earlier the collections used to grow at north of 20%, and now the collections is hardly grown by 6%. Goes to show you, like, renewal may also, there is not a lot of interesting things going on. Now here is the thing, we found out 4 negative points. One is margins are getting increasing because उनका expenses जो है acquisition cost कम करके यहाँ पे operating leverage है. Second, नया customers यहाँ पे renew नहीं कर रहा है. थर्ड, जो कस्टमर्स को रेन्यू करना है वो भी रेन्यू नहीं कर रहा है. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, उनका यहाँ पे ग्रोथ जो आ रहा है, इट इज कमिंग बाय इंक्रीजिंग द प्राइस एंड नॉट बाय हैविंग मोर पीपल सब्सक्राइब टू द प्लेटफॉर्म. ठीक है, ऑल इन ऑल 4 नेगेटिव थिंग्स आर देयर. नाउ अनदर थिंग आई विल टॉक अबाउट, ओके दिस इज अ नेगेटिव थिंग्स, बट व्हाई डिड इट अफेक्ट सो मच कि यहाँ पे, व्हाट वाज द रीजन कि, लाइक, इतना क्यों अफेक्ट हुआ कि, लाइक, 1 सेकंड, इतना क्यों अफेक्ट हुआ that it is taking so much? It is because अगर आप देखते हो, in the last I think 5 months ago, the management came and they told कि, like, collections जो है, they are targeting a collection of 20% in FY25. The rate at which it is going, if you look at it, collections just doesn't look like 20% FY25 में होने वाले. So as a result ये हो रहा है कि, like, over promise करके आप under deliver करो. That is one thing. The second thing is, if you look at it, the entire pace of growth of business is coming down. Indiamart used to be a 35% का growth engine. It has fallen and come down to 18%. Not just in terms of sales growth, but also in terms of all of their other parameters, whether it is suppliers, paying suppliers, whether it is collections. Because like I told you earlier, the collections in terms of good times used to be 20%, abhi ho gaya 4%. The other major important factor, I told you, I had to cover a point yahan pe ki, like, why collections are dropping, why paying suppliers are hardly 4%. Why? Because like I told you, there are many subscription models, right? Gold and silver. Gold, platinum and silver. Now gold and platinum ka agar aap dekhte ho, gold and platinum contributes to 50% of their paid customer base, and out of this total revenue ka agar aap dekhte ho, they contribute 75% to the total revenue. And the rest that is there, the silver packages that are there, they're facing a huge churn rate. The churn rate is over the moon, and they're not able to figure out like silver mein itna kuch problem kyun ho raha hai ultimately. So they're losing out customers over here, and they're able to only increase the price at gold and platinum packages, and silver mein to pura ka pura, it has gone out of the moon. That is one thing. Okay. Other than that, if you look, like I told you, unka they had a target 20% of collection, which they failed. They had a target of reaching 235,000 in terms of suppliers, and right now if you see, active suppliers are 218,000. End of the year they're planning 235,000, but I don't even think they will be able to reach that goal, because like I told you, already we are seeing the most important, जो आके यहाँ पे supplier जो list ही नहीं होना चाहता है, they are not even paying, collections affect हो रहे हैं. How will they be able to reach that? That is another thing. The other thing is they also guided for like going forward कि like is Q2 or Q3 में they will have 5,000 6,000 buyers. That is what they're targeting. As of Q2, the total buyer is 2,700. Again, can you see there are several parameters in the business, जो important parameters that helps the business make money, that is deteriorating. Whatever the guidance they have given, they've underperformed in terms of that, and they've also admitted in the con call like there has been some problem in terms of execution. And the third thing is the pace of growth. Again, in all parameters, अगर आप collections का देखते हो, अगर आपका sales growth का देखते हो, it is also falling and falling. And this is not the first time that is happening. I believe post COVID क्या हुआ था? I think I don't remember the exact timeline. I think 21 or 22, right? What had happened was they had guided for a 35% का growth, but COVID के time, salaries increased and everything, and उनका expenses बढ़ गया, and they were not able to, there was some problem in the business, and they were not able to achieve that guidance also. So again, over there also they face a problem. It feels like that entire thing is repeating again. So like I told you, the major problem, this is the problem that you see why that stock has been kept underperforming. Now over here, I'll do one simple thing. Okay, I will just talk to you about this valuation. अगर आप देखते हो यहाँ पे, you will see that on Q1 and in Q2 अगर आप देखते हो ना, उनका profit जो है, profit has doubled. Okay, let's say they do double in Q3 and Q4 also. The profits can range anywhere between 586 to 686. Now if का market cap कितना है, 15,100, right? So 15,100 divided by 586, 25. 586 because Q1 and Q2 ka profits add kar lo, and since H2 is better than H1, I'm expecting them to do 150. So 150 plus 150 is 300. 300 plus Q1 or Q2 add karo, I think it comes up to 586. So if you divide 15,100 divided by 586, you will get 25.7. And agar aap FY24 ka profit dekhte ho, it is 334. Okay, so where is the calculator? So 334 into 2, because let's say they double the profit because unka expenses come ho rahe, from that you're able to extrapolate the higher PAT. Okay, 15,100 divided by kitna, 334 into 2 is, why is that? Guys, I'm just going to share the screen so it becomes easier for you. I think I'll explain it once again. See, Q1 पे भी वही था. Q1 का profit था was how much? 114, and यहाँ पे था 135. Since H2 is better than H1, okay. Oh fuck. H2 greater than H1. Okay. So 134 plus 114 plus, let's say 150 karega in Q3 plus 150 karega in Q4. How much is this? I think it comes up to 586, right? So 15,100 divided by 586. आपका 1 year forward PE होता है 25. Okay. Now FY25 का PAT है 334. So 334 into 2. Let's say they double the PAT, like how they've been doing in the last 2 quarters. Whatever the reason is, margins expand हो रहा है, operating leverage मिल रहा है. 15,100 divided by 668. कितना हुआ? 22 हुआ, right? So आपका 1 year forward P यहाँ पे आते हैं in the range of 22 to 25. Let's say if you take conservatively also 50%, it can go up to maximum 30. Now over here, can you see it looks like a very cheap, अरे मुझे तो 18% का growth is hardly milling at 22 का P में मिल रहा है. It might look like a good deal. But here you need to understand, just because a stock is cheap doesn't mean it is good enough. Okay, you saw here the problems with the business, right? उनका सारा KPIs कम हो रहा है, उनका guidance they have revised and done everything. So as a result आपको ये stock इतना सस्ते में मिल रहा है. That is why it looks so cheap. आपको इतना कम PE में मिल रहा है. So understand this. Whenever you're doing that 1 year forward PE का calculation, don't just take a calculation कि like market cap divided by profit और PE कम है तो it has to be a good digit. No, always remember कि like यहाँ पे एक बड़ा सा बड़ा problem है, and the big problem over here is the deteriorating fundamentals, the deteriorating in terms of guidance जो है under promise कर over promise करके under deliver करे. Just to wrap it up, if you look at it, although they have really good revenue, really good operating leverage, there has to be the operating leverage is coming because unka margins has been increased by cutting down on cost, lower acquisition cost. The main part of the business जहाँ से वो लोग पैसा बना रहे हैं, जिसका वो they make money by, let's say, suppliers opting for a subscription model. Nobody is renewing it. वहाँ पे collections नहीं हो रहा है. There is no new supplier they're not able to get. That is one thing, right? And on top of that, they're only getting money. Their revenues are mainly coming by increasing the cost of your subscription model. Okay, and the worst and the most important thing, they have under delivered in terms of guidance. They told they will do 20% in terms of collection in FY25, which doesn't seem like the way to go in the entirety of the year. The management has admitted कि like उनका execution में problem है, and the most important thing where they told कि like collections they told ना 20% होगा. They also admitted in Q2 का con call going forward for the coming quarters, expect the collection to be in around the range of 10 to 15%. 20% शायद नहीं हो पाएगा considering the trends we have seen in Q1 and Q2. And you all know कि like when you give guidance and you don't perform and you go forward and guidance को आप under deliver करते हो और आप revise करते हो guidance for the worser end, right? You revise the guidance on the lower end, the market will never forgive you. That is why you see कि like IndiaMart Intermesh Limited का अगर आप देखते हो, इसलिए 1 year forward P या PE आप देखते हो इतना सस्ता पड़ रहा है. There is always a reason why a stock is sasta. No performing businesses you will get at a very, very low P. You should be very lucky to, you should have a third eye to be able to do so. So this is the problem with IndiaMart Intermesh Limited ka business. And I'll see you again in another video. Bye.